welcome to another episode of Mujer de Éxito, Unbounded, Woman of Success Without Limits. I am Marty Angel, your host for this podcast. Soy Marty Angel, su anfitriona para este podcast, este show. Let me tell you, there are no coincidences why you're here today listening to this. Remember, this message came to you because you're supposed to listen to it. No hay coincidencia que ustedes están escuchando este mensaje hoy. Y me da mucho gusto de que estén aquí. I am really happy that you are here. Just remember that this is a podcast, entrepreneurial podcast, where we share stories of women, mujer-preneurs, that have gone from surviving to thriving and more. Entrepreneurial roller coaster is what we're all on. Siempre estamos aquí para compartir las historias de éxito de todas nuestras mujeres. Mujer-Preneur, you have come to the right place, and I'm so excited for today's show. But first,
festivals, football, flannels. Some say fall is their favorite time of year. And this fall, there are now updated COVID-19 booster shots designed to help protect against COVID-19 variants. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster shot appointment as soon as you're eligible. And don't forget to enjoy the foliage. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Once again, welcome to Mujer de Éxito Unbounded, Woman of Success Without Limits. So today the topic is being a mujer-preneur, how to reframe your language for success. So often, what we do is we speak to ourselves in a negative way. So in a rapidly globalizing world, bilingualism is becoming more and more of an asset. Yet it is important to understand that not all Latinas are bilingual, and that, mis amigas chulas, my friends, is okay. That's what makes this so beautiful. A ver, déjenme decírselo en español. En un mundo que se globaliza rápidamente como este, ser bilingüe se está convirtiendo cada vez más y más en una ventaja. Sin embargo, mujeres chulas, es importante entender que no todas las latinas son bilingües y eso, como decimos en inglés, no es un crimen, it's okay. Es importante que sepamos que no discriminemos a las otras latinas que tal vez no hablen inglés. Por ejemplo, mis primas no hablan español. Alguien que no habla inglés o que no habla español, de todos modos, si es latina, es mujer-preneur. Si es emprendedora, sea emprendedora digital o lo que sea, es mujer-preneur. Now, the true language is that the key to success comes all balled up in the words that we use internally. Internally, when we speak to ourselves, what are the words that we're using? What are the words that we use when we write down things? That's important for us to take a look at. We really have to be on point and really look at what it is we're writing, what it is we're saying, and what it is we're allowing to consume through our ears. El verdadero idioma, que es la clave del éxito, son las palabras que usamos internamente, cuando nos hablamos a nosotras mismas. Let me share that, when I was a yoga professor, one of the things that, I taught was the 7 keys to success. Those are the steps in yoga, because yoga, the true yoga of success is the fact that we are connected to ourselves, to that internal source. We know what we're putting out. We know what's coming in, we're allowing to come in. And so often we allow these words to trip us up. And these are words that we use all the time. But I want you to remember, mujeres, mujer-preneurs, that in order for you to be successful Latinas and Latina mujer-preneurs, you need to reframe your language for success. Reframe, not refrain, but reframe. This means that you're going to listen to what comes out of your mouth and use positive, empowering words and phrases to describe yourself and your business. That's going to be the key. That's truly the key to your success. How do you speak to yourself? ¿Cómo te platicas a ti misma? ¿Cómo te hablas? By doing so, mujeres, amigas, chulas, hermosas, I love to say that, Latina-preneurs, mujer-preneurs, can change the way that you think about yourself and your business. And ultimately, that will bring you to achieve greater success. Truly, let's think about this. How we reframe our questions and our thoughts and our words helps to actually retrain our brain. It really does. But we need to be what I call aggressively present to being able to listen to what's coming out of our mouth so that we can actually reel it back in, reframe it, and say it again. That, amigas, is going to help us. It's going to help our brain. It's going to help us in the long run. And it's going to help you, if you are a mother, help to retrain maybe the way you speak to your children, maybe the way they speak. The best way to know how you speak is to listen to your kids, right? But that's for another topic. Now let me say it in Spanish. La forma en que reformulamos nuestras preguntas, nuestros pensamientos y nuestras palabras ayuda a volver a entrenar nuestro cerebro. Mujeres, es sumamente importante que sepan en realidad lo que están diciendo, que no nada más hablen. So, now you're saying to me, well, Marty, what do you mean by this? Give me some examples. Like, do I talk like positive all the time? What do I do? Give me some concrete examples. And for that, I've written so many. If you look for articles written by Marty Angel, I wrote many moons ago. These articles were out there. They're all on the web. But these are some examples. Let me give you some palpable, concrete examples that you can begin to use right away today so that you can reframe your language and begin to attract that success that you want. And let me tell you this, you know that, I'm Marty Angel, Latina Biz Coach, and I help the Mujer-Preneur, the Latina, bilingual, BIPOC woman gain clarity on who they serve so that they can up-level from brick and mortar to click and order and rock their six-figure biz. Now, what happens is, amigas, is that rocking your six-figure biz is very different than rocking your five-figure biz. So how we speak will let you move your way forward. Now, let me just ask you, how many times have you put these two words together? I didn't. I'm not. It's not. Those are just three little contractions, three little ways or three little phrases that we use all the time. Now let me say that in Spanish. ¿Cuántas veces has juntado estas palabras y las usas diario sin darte cuenta? Por ejemplo, la palabra no lo hice, no lo soy, no lo es. ¿Cuántas veces has usado esas palabras, verdad? When we start our sentences with these small little words, it focuses our energy into the negative. And what we feel about, we bring about. And that is critical to our success. So you need to pay attention to what you're saying out there. It's really important. So now you're going to ask me, well, Marty, so what are some of the positive, empowering words and phrases that we, Mujer-Preneurs, Latina entrepreneurs, can use? How do we change that to something else? And so here are a few examples. And I created these, and of course, these are not the be-all, end-all, but these are going to help you. Instead of, I didn't get the information you sent me. Notice how I said, I started with I didn't. Instead of saying, I didn't get the information you sent me, I want you to reel it back in and think about it. And then say, instead, here's an example. I'm excited about getting the information you're going to send me. What's happening there? I didn't get the information you sent me means that you didn't get the information. You're not going to get the information. You're putting it out into the universe that you're not going to get the information. Instead, I'm excited about getting the information you're going to send me serves two purposes. Number one, it serves to say, I am excited, so you're going to raise your vibrational level. And the second thing, it helps the sender, think about whether or not he forgot to send you the information. And it gives them an opportunity to say, oh, yes, I'll send it to you right away. I haven't hit the send button yet, right? So that's so much more positive. Instead of saying, I'm going to repeat it, instead of saying, I didn't get the information you sent me, you're going to say instead something like this. I'm excited about getting the information you are going to send me. So different. So different. Put your hand over your heart and think about that. Right? And it's so important, but it's so easy to cut around the words and just use, short little words. Now let me say it in Spanish. En vez de decir, no recibí la información que me enviaste, vas a decir en vez, estoy emocionada por recibir la información que me vas a mandar. ¿Por qué lo vas a decir así? ¿Por qué? Dos cosas. Número uno, va a elevar tu energía y número dos, le vas a dar chance a la persona que te va a enviar la información que tal vez no te la envió todavía y le estás recordando sin decirle no hiciste esto, como cuchillito de palo, como decía mi papá. So, do you see that? I mean, do you feel that? Do you hear that? Using all your senses is what's going to keep you moving forward. Now let's do another one. Why didn't you do what I asked? Ooh, we do this a lot. If you're a mother, we do this a lot. If you're a teacher, you do this a lot. Why didn't you do what I asked? You're opening up the word. Think about that. Whenever you start a sentence with the word why, you're putting the other person that's on the other side of the conversation on a defensive mode. Bam! Why didn't you do what I asked? Because I didn't want to. Really. Instead of doing it that way, instead of using those words, say, Now, reminder, this is just an example. I want to make sure that we are on the same page. So, what was your understanding of doing the task that I asked for? Oh, yes, it's more wordy, but creating a relationship and creating a successful business, sometimes we need to be a little more wordy. We honestly do. So you may need to replay this again and listen to this. And if you want me to to send you the information, I can send it to you. Drop me a comment. Now let's go into the third example. En vez de decir ¿por qué no hiciste lo que te pedí? Quiero que pienses bien y que digas, quiero asegurarme de que estamos en la misma página. ¿Cuál fue tu entendimiento de hacer la tarea que te acabo de pedir? ¡Wow! Usé más palabras, pero es importante. ¿Por qué? Porque cuando estás en el negocio, cuando estás en la familia, es una relación la que tienes. Y entre más palabras, más creas una relación mejor, más sólida, más bonita, más positiva. Let's do another one. I didn't have time to do what you asked. Notice the words, I didn't. I didn't. Those two words should never go together. Instead, something like this. I was focused on other tasks first. I will get to yours second. Right? A ver, en español. En vez de decir, no tuve tiempo de hacer lo que me pediste, acuérdense, las palabras no tuve, no las quiero oír juntitas. En vez de decir así, pues estaba concentrado en otras tareas. Primero lo haré en segundo lugar. ¿Verdad? En vez de decirle no tuve tiempo de hacer lo que me pediste, estaba concentrado en otras tareas. Primero lo haré en segundo lugar, o lo haré ahorita, ¿verdad? Más palabras, pero mejor relación. It's critically important that we understand that our words become our truth and we speak our truth. So instead of saying, I'm not really interested in that, say, what I would really be interested in. Because we're so quick to tell people what we don't like. We're so quick to tell people what we don't like, what we don't, because society has brainwashed us into thinking and telling people what we don't want to see, what we don't want to taste. Instead, think about it this way. Now I'm going to get a little bit R-rated here, but the truth of the matter is, when you say to somebody, don't do that, it's like, don't do what? Right? Instead, say, do this instead, right? So, I'm not really interested in that is not the way to go. Instead, say something like, what I would really be interested in, what I would really like, and notice the energy shift. Remember, what you emote out there, you're going to bring towards you. So, en vez de decir no estoy realmente interesado en eso, no me gusta eso, vas a decir lo que realmente me interesa. Ahora, estamos hablando de lo que nos gusta. Díganlo. Instead, I'm not going to get that contract. And we're talking to ourselves now. I'm not going to get that contract. Ooh. Well, if you're not going to get it, you've already stated, you're speaking in conclusion. You've already stated, I'm not going to get that contract. You've got to make sure that you reword that too. I'd love to get that contract. I feel I'm ready for it, and I could do really a lot of good things with that contract, right? That's how you speak to yourself. Cuando estás hablándote a ti misma, es muy importante que no digas ni al aire que no vas a conseguir ese contrato. No digas, no voy a conseguir ese contrato. En vez de decir eso, dilo en voz alta. Me encantaría conseguir ese contrato. Siento que estoy lista. Muy diferente la energía. Tenemos que realmente entender que la energía que sale con las palabras que usamos es muy importante. Instead of saying, I'm not good at, say, I know my strengths are best used at, right? Or I know I'm at my best when I am, ¿verdad? So, en vez de decir no soy buena, di mejor, sé que mis fortalezas son estas. Estoy en mi mejor momento cuando. Así. Now, I could go on and on and on and on and on because I've actually taught, a master class with all of these words. But the truth of the matter is that being a mujer-preneur, we must learn how to reframe our language for success. It is so important. The importance is that we must constantly think about reframing our thoughts and the words because we speak our truth. We speak our truth. Mujerpreneurs, we must learn to reframe our language in order to be successful. Mujeres emprendedoras, tenemos que aprender a replantear nuestro lenguaje para poder tener el éxito que en realidad lo merecemos, lo queremos. We must change the way that we think about ourselves and our businesses. We must view ourselves as powerful, as capable. Chulas, hermosas, you are powerful. You are capable. We must also remember to view our businesses as opportunities to make a difference in the world, right? You've been given this beautiful business, this product, this service to make a difference in the world. With the right mindset, mujerpreneurs, I honestly think that you can achieve great things. Right? Now, en español, now. También debemos recordar ver nuestros negocios como oportunidades para marcar una diferencia en este mundo. Con la mentalidad de mujer emprendedora, con la mentalidad adecuada, positiva. Sinceramente creo que se puede lograr grandes cosas. Tú puedes lograr grandes cosas. Well, chulas, hermosas, lindas, I hope you found value in today's message. And once again, gracias por estar aquí if you're listening to me. And I hope you begin to implement your chosen words into your daily life. Mujeres, espero que les haya gustado este mensaje de hoy. If you were able to connect and loved what I was talking about, please hit that subscribe button if you're watching me on YouTube. And if you are listening to me on one of your favorite podcast channels or on the Mujer de Éxito Unbounded podcast, remember to download it and re-listen to it when you need it. As always, I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. My viewers on YouTube, remember to hit the button and that subscribe bell. And my listeners, this is Marty Angel, Latina Biz Coach, wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day. Como siempre, estoy increíblemente agradecida por cada uno de ustedes, mis televidentes o mis oyentes. Soy Marty Ángel, Latina Biz Coach, deseándoles un hermoso día. Gracias. Namaste. This episode brought to you by Celavive Hydrating and Lifting Sheet Mask. The Celavive Hydrating and Lifting Sheet Mask locks in intense moisture to perfectly prime your skin for restful sleep. Apply this relaxing hydration serum several times a week to pamper yourself and radiate your healthier looking complexion. Sheet masking is all the rage right now. Make it a regular part of your healthy skincare regimen today. Celavive Hydrating and Lifting Sheet Mask. Click the link below and get yours today.